Last week on ToutBouts Talk, Big Pop and Professor S debuted a new segment called Tag Team Talk. Does anyone give a shit? Professor S's ultimate tout destroyed Ryback. Has his anger subsided? Will the voiceovers ever end on Raw? Find out this week on ToutBouts Talk.
ToutBouts Talk with Big Pop and Professor S.
ToutBouts Talk is filmed live before a studio audience. I'm Big Pop, that's Professor S. We're talking about TLC predictions right now. Let's get started. Before the pay-per-view starts, we've got a Divas Battle Royal for the number one contender. I think they've been pushing Tamina Snuka a lot. I really think she's going to dominate, and I believe that she's going to be the number one contender, only to make her win over Eve to give AJ a chance to win the title down the road.
For the number one contendership for the Divas title, there's a battle royal scheduled on the pre-show, and nobody really cares in the WWE about the women except for the statistics that they get from them. So I doubt it's going to go to anybody but AJ or somebody just as popular like a Tamina Snuka or a Natalya Neidhart for name recognition purposes alone.
Tables match between Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara versus Team Rhodes Scholars. Welcome back, Cody. Love the mustache. Very porno. It almost looks like you're ripping off Joey Ryan from TNA, but we both know WWE would never rip off TNA, right? Right? They are. We're basically, you can laugh, it's okay. Live studio audience. We're basically looking at Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara to lose this to Team Rhodes Scholars. They were clearly holding the tag team division on hijack until Cody came back. Watch Team Rhodes Scholars put Rey and Sin Cara through tables, but more likely, I think one of them's going to be flipping through a table, because that's what Rey and Sin Cara do.
Tables match between Rey Mysterio and Sin Cara and Team Rhodes Scholars. I mean, how do you not give Cody the win on his way back, especially when he was hyping up the feud with Kane and Daniel Bryan in those little tout videos for Sandow?
U.S. Champion rematch, Antonio Cesaro versus R-Truth. I don't think Truth has it in him to take the belt from Cesaro right now, and especially the fact since he kind of beat Barrett on the last Raw, I really see him losing this pay-per-view.
U.S. Championship rematch. I actually think R-Truth will win this match, and I think because of the popularity belt, because of the big pop he gets from the crowd, expect him to win. I don't know how good the match is going to be because Cesaro's probably not going to want to give Truth all the spotlight like he did last pay-per-view against him, but it's going to work out pretty well.
The Intercontinental title between Kofi Kingston and Wade Barrett. Since Barrett lost to R-Truth, I really think Kofi Kingston will be dropping the title. I know my partner here is probably going to disagree with that, but I think it's Barrett's time, and Kofi's already been the champion 4 times, and I think it's time for him to maybe move into a bigger title picture.
Intercontinental Championship, Kofi Kingston versus Wade Barrett. Wade Barrett has no business being in the match, and it's only a stepping stone for him to go to the world title scene. They're not going to take it off Kofi because he's getting big push right now, and they're not going to give Kofi into the world title scene, mainly because he's black and WWE's racist.
Is he? Kofi's black? Chairs match, Big Show versus Sheamus. This is like the 19th time they're meeting. Nobody gives a crap. Here's the way I look at it. If Sheamus loses, he's not in the title hunt anymore. Big Show should lose because he is a big waste of time. I really don't see that happening. I think Sheamus is going to lose for the 3rd time, and hopefully somebody interferes and gets Sheamus onto another path outside of the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Maybe put him in a match with The Rock once he wins the title at the Royal Rumble. Who knows?
For the chairs match, we get the big waste of show, or as I like to call him, the big joke versus Sheamus. Dirty Q-Tip. I don't know who this guy is anymore. He's laughing, he's fighting, he's drinking. So his character's going nowhere. And at one point I thought he'd be the next Triple H, and now he's kind of like the next Gilbert.
Money in the Bank ladder match, Dolph Ziggler versus John Cena. The crowd is behind Ziggler. You're hearing more Let's Go Ziggler chants. Cena's hurt in the knee. Ziggler's hurt in his knee. I believe that Ziggler is going to take this from John Cena. I think it might make more sense that Cena wins as far as cashing in with the whole Punk Rock thing. But just at face value, if Ziggler doesn't win, it's going to undo a lot of the push that he's got.
For the Money in the Bank ladder match, Ziggler's going to win this no matter what happens. And if Cena gets the upper hand, expect the Shield to get involved because that is a major injustice. Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns will kick the shit out of Cena if they get the chance, and especially if he gets the chance to take down that briefcase. He doesn't deserve it. The company knows it. It's a filler match just to give Ziggler some more heat.
Lastly, our 6-man main event. Really doesn't matter who wins this. What I would like to see as a prediction is a great match with tables, ladders, and chairs from 2 rookies. Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose, I think, are getting ready to steal the WWE from all the old-timers that are there right now. But expect Team Hell No and Ryback to win simply because Ryback lost in his last 2 pay-per-views.
6-man main event. Big Pop is not wrong about this. The kids are going to steal the show. And, you know, he forgot Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns is going to be the big deal. Can he hold up like Seth Rollins and Ambrose can in the ring? And I think he can. I think everybody's going to help him carry that match. I think Kane is going to help him. I think Daniel Bryan's going to help him. Ryberg sucks, so he's probably not going to help anybody but his vocal cords screaming at people. But I expect the Shield to win, and I expect it to be a great match. So for this week's Tag Team Talk, we're going to go over the Slammy Awards. And yeah, they have sucked for the past 2 years anyways, so we're just going to give it some lip service real fast.
Oh, all right. Well, let's start off with the Breakout Star of the Year Slammy Award. I think that it should be Antonio Cesaro. I know he's not the most popular guy on the roster right now, but the fact is he's got the physicality, he's got the ring experience, and he's like awesome on the microphone. Plus, he does the Frank the Tank, so you really can't go wrong. Superstar, Breakout Star of the Year, rather, I would say be Antonio Cesaro.
Boom! 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 Came out of nowhere this year. I think he does a good job. Kofi Kingston all the way. This is actually like the legitimate part of his career as opposed to the comic book superhero-friendly part of his career.
Boring. Don't jump in.
Fucking screw the shit out of me. I was like, what the fuck?
The Trending Now Award. This is the hashtag of the year. I personally going to go for a very recent trend, and I'm going to go with Cody's mustache. I don't know why. I think it's funny.
Hashtag Walrus.
Hey, you didn't tag in. You're going to get thrown out.
1. Hashtag Walrus. Because it was just hilarious, and everything else WWE's done on Twitter has been a failure. Comeback of the Year award goes to...
Jerry Lawler, because he came back from a heart attack, and there's nothing worse than that. How the hell you gonna leave wrestling, or Jericho can go back and go play in a band and come back for a year? The guy died on the set of Raw, and he's alive now and making his corny jokes.
Comeback of the Year award goes to Ryback, because he sucked really bad when he came the first time, and now he really sucks now. So.
Still not as bad as coming back from a heart attack. Kiss of the Year. There's only one that they keep playing over and over and over again, so I would say it's the Cena and AJ Kiss of the Year, but otherwise it's wrestling. Why the hell are we talking about a Kiss of the Year?
This is the worst award on the show for the Slammies, and it goes along with the pipe bomb from last year. You're just taking random instances and throwing it around. I'm just throwing this award out.
All right. Well, then I'm going to give it to AJ and every dude in the locker room. Tell me I did not just see that. The most shocking moment of the year. And to me personally, I find it shocking that Tensai still has a job.
I find it shocking that Sin Cara hasn't killed anybody in the ring yet.
I find it shocking I'm still watching WWE.
I found it shocking that they hired JBL to do commentary.
I think that's almost as shocking as Vicky Guerrero in a bathing suit.
How about the fact that Cole still has a job?
I say, on honesty, Brock Lesnar beating the crap and breaking Triple H's arm, and legitimately, I mean, as legitimate as a Slammy award can possibly be, might be the award winner.
As for most shocking moment, I have to go with Shawn Michaels super kicking Undertaker and then Triple H pedigreeing him in the Hell in a Cell at WrestleMania. That was a pretty crazy moment. The whole crowd went, like, because they thought the streak was over at that point. So
we don't talk about Undertaker that much in the show. We should.
Yeah, it's because he's never around. But Undertaker, We're all for you, man. Greatest wrestler ever. Greatest WWE superstar ever.
From one of the scariest wrestlers to one of the funniest moments of the year, Slammy Award for the LOL moment of the year. Probably going to end up being the hug it out moment between Daniel Bryan and Kane of Team Hell No.
See, I'm just giving out my own words at this point. The LOL moment, or the funniest moment of the year, goes to when Miz said, "If I wanted to hear you talk, I'll throw you a fish," after calling Paul Heyman a walrus.
That was
pretty
funny.
good.
That was pretty funny.
Match of the year goes to Cena. Nope, it'll never be Cena. CM Punk and Chris Jericho, WrestleMania, another WrestleMania moment right after last year's Slammy Awards. It was a great match, great in rings. They what did they do?
Who the hell knows? I'm tagging in. You're losing us here. All right, yeah. So Punk and Jericho, that actually was a really good match. Being legitimately thinking about who's the WWE audience is gonna vote for on their little app there. It's probably gonna be Rock and Cena, but I agree. Cena sucks.
Screw Rock and screw Cena. The Jericho CM Punk match was absolutely the best because they traded each other's finishers about 4 or 5 times, and it didn't end until somebody was in an anaconda vice.
You know, Rock, I'll tell you, he did he was wrestling with a tore hamstring or whatever. He hurt himself during the match. So kudos to someone who doesn't wrestle full time.
The Rock's so old he tore his hamstring getting to the ring.
That's the match of the year. The only legitimate award that anybody should earn or win on the Slammy or even give a crap about is the Superstar of the Year award, and I'm giving that award to CM Punk. The guy has had the belt for over a year. This is CM Punk's year. Whether you like him or you hate him or you don't respect him or you do respect him, I think hands down he is the Superstar of the Year, mostly because Cena took a back seat.
How about Daniel Bryan? Loses in 18 seconds at WrestleMania, and his career only goes up. The fans love him. The fans love to hate him. He got the yes and the no chant, and now he's teamed in one of the more popular teams in recent history, Team Hell No, with Kane. He didn't need a belt to stay popular.
Go to WWE.com and do not download this app because it's totally ridiculous. You cannot vote unless you're watching one of their programs. It's totally ridiculous, and hate the fact that they're just boosting the hell out of it. And you got to download it. You got to download it. You got to download it. Fuck the WWE. Fuck their app, and fuck the Slammies.
And definitely need to get rid of the Slammy Awards, or at least keep them consistent 4 or 5 a year. And none of this LOL, shocking moment, kiss of the year, pipe bomb crap.
Gay. Match over. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Yes! 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 So, being the professor that I am, I came up with a brilliant idea. For our 5 loyal followers, here's what you need to do. You need to get us 100 likes on Facebook, 100 followers on Twitter, and at least 100 views per a YouTube video. And you know what happens? You know what the prize is? You get to see Big Pop put me through a table. And if we can get a ton of views on Facebook, I'll let somebody do the Macho Man drop as I'm falling into the table.
I think it's a good idea. We have 100 subscribers, 100 views on a video, the Twitter followers and the Facebook likes is not a lot to ask. To see this guy get put through a table.
Not just put, powerbomb
through a table. Maybe what we can do too is if we're going to get some of the viewers, some of these new subscribers, and let them know we're going to pick 2 of them, and we're going to have them help me triple powerbomb a la The Shield to this poor sap through a table, and then we're going to have a winner drop the Macho Man / CM Punk elbow into his heart as he falls through the wooden table. What type of table will we use? A folding table? An antique table?
Maybe a cedar table?
Maybe a nice cedar table. You
Rose
pick
mahogany
2. Get those
table?
people watching. Get those people click on like, share, comment, repeat, everything, and we will have him through a table before you know it.
Did you know that there's an all WWE week on USA?
I did hear that, Professor S.
Hey, CM Punk, way to be that guy and opening up for a movie for The Rock.
Friday night, CM Punk is going to host the USA's showing of The Game Plan, a movie starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. I want to see CM Punk rag on The Rock the entire time. I don't know whether it's going to happen. I hope it does. But quite honestly, I think CM Punk's going to be way more entertaining than actually having to sit through watching The Game Plan.
The pink and the stink. The pink and the stink. The pink, yeah.
Damien is a pussy and Cody is an asshole. That's what pink and stink means, kids.
PG rating.
Bringing the attitude back to the WWE ToutBouts Talk style.
Tune in next week for Professor S and our live studio audience. I'm Big Pop. We'll see you next time.